Now, China's aging population is forcing a major rethink. For the first time in many decades, Beijing is raising the retirement age to slow its shrinking workforce as birth rates fall to an all-time low. Russia faces a similar problem, so it's asking its citizens to make babies during lunch break. As Ayushi Ahuja reports from New Delhi, a global baby recession is shaking up governments and people alike.
China is raising the retirement age. Starting from 1st January 2025, the retirement age in China will be raised to 63 for men and 58 for women in white-collar jobs. Blue-collar female workers will retire at 55. It will mark the first such adjustment by China since the 1950s. China is scrambling to slow the decline of its working-age population and buy time to tackle its birth rate problem. Birth rates in China plummeted to a record low last year. Despite ending the one-child policy in 2016 and even trying out three-child policy in 2021, China's efforts to boost its population growth have lackluster. So what went wrong? Soaring cost of living, rapid urbanization, and the infamous Later, Longer, Fewer campaign all played their part. Only 40 years ago, China leveraged its booming population to become an economic powerhouse while trying to check population growth. Today, China faces a future where its population growth has come to a halt, prompting serious introspection about its economic status and quality of life for its citizens. China's population downturn has happened fast, and it's shaken the world. But China isn't alone in this baby drought. Some other countries in Asia and Europe are experiencing a similar problem. Russia's population is falling, what with the ongoing conflict with Ukraine and increasing emigration. But President Vladimir Putin is getting creative. He's asking Russian citizens to have sex during lunch break. Yes, you heard that right. Sex at work is now a state-endorsed strategy to address Russia's plunging birth rate, which has hit the 1.5 children per woman mark. Russia is offering free fertility checks for women between 18 and 40 years of age. In Chelyabinsk, the 7th largest city in Russia, women below the age of 24 are offered more than $11,000 for the birth of their first child. Health Minister Yevgeny Shestopalov dismisses busy work schedules as an excuse for not having children. The minister says, being very busy at work is not a valid reason but a lame excuse. You can engage in procreation during breaks because life flies by too quickly. Make babies during break times is his appeal. Is there a baby drought down under? Australia is on track for a population decline in just over a decade. According to the latest population projection by the Australian Bureau of Statistics, fertility rates have dropped to 1.6. Australia too finds itself in the thick of a global baby recession. India might have dethroned China as the most populous country in the world, but it faces a unique problem. It wants to save its Parsi minority. The Parsis are descendants of Persians who fled Iran and settled in India in the 10th century. They have integrated into Indian society while maintaining their own distinct customs and traditions. India launched the Jiyo Parsi initiative a decade ago. It aims to arrest the population decline of the Parsi community by adopting a scientific protocol and structured interventions to stabilize their population in India. The initiative has 3 components: medical assistance, advocacy, and health of community. It provides financial assistance to the Parsi couples for medical treatment and also towards children and assistance to the elderly. Financial assistance is given to certain Parsi couples whose family income is below a certain threshold and have elderly members residing with them. The Jiyo Parsi campaign has enabled the birth of more than 400 Parsi children since its inception. So from Beijing to Moscow, Sydney to Mumbai, the world is wrestling with a baby bust of epic proportions. Some are raising the retirement age or encouraging lunchtime lovemaking. Others are scrambling to save their minority communities. It's a global crisis with each country charting its own path. Until next time, remember, the future of the world lies quite literally in the cradle. Ayushi Ahuja for DD India.